For the following quadratic polynomial, find the equation of the axis of symmetry, the coordinate of the vertex form y equals a times the quantity x minus h squared plus k. Well, I think that if we found the vertex form, that would be nice because then the coordinate of the vertex is just h and k, which we could readily get from the vertex form. And then the equation of the axis of symmetry is just x equals h, which we could get from the coordinate of the vertex. So we'll go in the opposite order here. Now, there's a couple of methods we could get the vertex form from. One method is a method using completing the square, which starts off by separating the terms with x away from the constant with some parentheses. If there are any, if there's a multiplier on the x squared term, you need to factor that out. So this would be 2 times x squared minus 4x, and then plus 5 on the outside. And then we complete the square on the inside polynomial, so this quadratic here, x squared minus 4x. So to complete the square, what we do is we take the number multiplying x, we divide it by 2 and square it. So negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2, and negative 2 squared is positive 4. Now, everything inside this set of parentheses is being multiplied by 2. So I'm really adding 8 to this side of the equation when I put a 4 inside these parentheses. So I need to subtract 8 on the outside to balance that out. And so now I have 2 times, this factors into x minus 2 quantity squared, because it's always x minus, or x plus half of this number here, squared. And 5 minus 8 is negative 3. All right, so that means my vertex, well, actually, that's the result for part 3. Okay, and then the result for part 2, the vertex, we can just get directly from this form. So it's 2, negative 3. Remember, we take the opposite of the value here and the literal of this one, just because the way the formula is constructed. And the answer to part 1, the axis of symmetry, is x equals the x coordinate of the vertex. It's just a vertical line going through the vertex. So x equals 2. Now, there is an alternate method here, which is to use the vertex formula, which is negative b over 2a, comma, f of negative b over 2a. And so negative b over 2a would be what? So negative b is negative 8, or sorry, the opposite of negative 8, which would be 8, over 2a, which is 4. So that's going to be 2, so this would be f of 2. So 2, and then f of 2, we just plug into the function here. So 2 times 2 squared, that's going to be 8, minus 8 times 2 is 16, plus 5. So then we have 2. 8 minus 16 is negative 8. Negative 8 plus 5 is negative 3. So we get the vertex directly in that case. So that's the answer to part 2. And then you can build the vertex form. So it would be y equals x minus 2 quantity squared minus 3. But you do have to pay attention to this term a, which what's nice is it's actually the exact same value as it was here. So we already know that it was a 2. And then there's the result for part 3. And then, of course, you can get the answer to part 1 just by coming up with a vertical line passing through the x coordinate of the